Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 46. In the last episode, we cleaned up the city a little bit, went down to the sewers, dealt with some things down there, and went to the lodge to visit Blurg and Amelium, but Amelium seems to not be there, so we'll have to find him in the future. In today's episode, we will be heading to Jaheira's house, because she does live in Baldur's Gate, and also doing some things down beside the Steelwatch Foundry. Because we didn't take a long rest between episodes, there's no reason to buy a newspaper this episode, which is going to be weird.
Stand on your liver!
It is stand and deliver, little fig. Though I think I like yours better. You bellow like a true berserker.
The commander said I only had to keep out bad ones. So you can pass.
Who's the commander?
That's secret. And anyway, she's away, so Ryon's in charge. So be nice to Ryon, or I'll kick you out. Commander, you're in trouble!
Oh, Maller's Mark, here we go.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home.
This is a beautiful home. I figured Jaheira lived in a cave. Alone.
You know Mother dear well already.
Ryon.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7.
And what'd she say?
The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult, which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed?
Well, it's not going to be an easy fight.
So fight. That's what all you heroes and harpers are for, isn't it?
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old after all.
Very old.
So old! She can stay, but only if she brought home presents.
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
Why didn't you tell me about your family?
I have given you much reason to think that Harpers hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, we had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice?
I understand. I think I would have done the same.
Well, if fool I be, then at least I'm in good company. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. lest Ryan turn her ire on us both.
Tell me, now that you have met Jaheira's children, it is not unpleasant to see her on the rough side of someone's tongue, hmm? No, Boo, you will not tell her. Minsk said nothing. We will not speak of this again.
Jaheira's adept at keeping secrets, and for good reason. She was wise to try and keep her family safe. I just wish I could have done the same.
We will get your parents to safety, though, Shadowheart.
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
I've found her to be firm, but fair.
Ha! You see? This one is well trained. I have no need for you anymore, faithless boy.
Oh, save your fangs for someone who thinks you might actually use them. I've only ever seen her truly angry once. We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court?
I am not, but it's a pleasure to meet you.
Crude manners, but you speak well enough. For a peasant.
Isn't?
Jessim discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryan curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
Huh. I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
Sounds pretty tyrannical to me. Now there is some things lying around that I can loot. So Jaheira, if you don't mind, just look away for a moment. Lead her to Rion or Ryan. I'll leave their 19 gold. I won't take that. Or if there's anyone upstairs. Anyone hiding up here?
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief. Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like,
Jaheira does look afraid of what I'm about to say next. We broke the curse that had gripped Moonrise Towers for a century.
Moonrise? Like the place from your stories, Jaheira?
the very same. We can give that one a happy ending after all. Now, cub, solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait, here. I was keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
Okay. Issam's journal. Isam seems to think of herself as the queen. Alright, Jaheira's study. First we have some books. Coded field report. Clipping Baldur's mouth.
Bad soil?
Beloved ranger, bewitched. Final warning. Disappearances in the city. That's a big scroll. Correspondence from Theodore Thistlewhistle. Okay, so there's a pin slot here. I'm guessing her harper pin will go in there. That would make sense. A hideout.
No mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there.
I trust you, Jaheira.
Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, better to stick close, eh?
Fully trapped place. But thankfully Jaheira is here, so...
Wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
You know this place, Boo. Minsk has never been invited.
Boo does look like he would come here, considering there are animals down here.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I am training new ones.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnomes in the sea.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey. Smell of arse, too. But Boss doesn't care about that.
There's been killings in a holy place. Stinks of incense and blood.
Very interesting. I like Jaheira's hideout. Like, I would have a hideout like this. Definitely. We got the Bolspawn Saga Part 2, but where's Part 1? Doesn't really matter, there's not that much. Ah, here it is. Found it backwards. He unlocked the bookcase.
Kenai. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me.
Just like an old dragon toward the beast of her stash.
Not a wild shape I have mastered. Just yet. On my word, all you will find inside is dust. And the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman.
Jaheira, our friend has put their trust in us. Boo thinks it is only right to return the gesture, no?
You so rarely make a habit of being right, Ranger, that it puts me ill at ease when you are. Pass then. Go on. See what it is a foolish old harper thinks worth hiding away.
Rite of the Timeless Body.
Rite of the Timeless Body? What's that about? I'd best ask Jaheira.
Oh, Jaheira, what is that about?
Yes? The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up stranger things in all my travels. Trust me.
And here we have a nice scimitar. And you know me, I love scimitars. I don't know if I'll be using this one, but it does have whirlwind attack, which is pretty good for AoE.
Jaheira's old weapons. They look strong as ever. Minsk should know. They gave him many bruises over the years.
Khalid's gift. Khalid is Jaheira's husband.
A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me.
It is beautiful. I would sit down here and just relax. Probably be a bit humid down here though, since we're in a cave and there's water. Alright, let's head out, talk to Rion, and be on our way.
Commander!
Spare me your salutes, little traitor. You walked me right into that ambush.
Sorry, Commander. You are my commander, but George promised me pies.
I can't fault your priorities. You'll look after them for me?
Can I have a real sword?
No.
Fine.
No.
No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
Boo is also very well. And happy to see you, Ryan.
And I him. Enough that I'll let him keep his lumbering, sweaty steed inside. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
Well, there are refugees outside the walls. They'll need protection.
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers on our trail. One even went so far as to steal my face.
Huh. All right then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
Jaheira's attitude definitely rubbed off on her kids. They're just like her. That was nice though. Nice little family reunion. Alright, let's head down towards the Steelwatch factory. We're not going to be going into the Steelwatch factory just yet, but there is some stuff we need to do down here.
It's not a lie. If you would just listen, I could explain.
You have done quite enough explaining, Volo. You have poisoned the very hearts and minds of these good, kind, gentle citizens with your lies.
Like waving in the background.
Your conspiracies. Though you hide behind a mask of stories, we have seen beyond the veil. We see what you really are. Fearmonger. Here, here! Attention seeker.
Is that?
Here, here! Agent of chaos.
Your parasite stirs in recognition. This man is infected.
Right in the hell's Volo! Today, citizens, we rid ourselves of this cankerous sore. Today, we burn away all falsehoods. Today, we will be divided no longer, for today, we rise in truth.
Volo? Volo Thampgedarm? This man is no enemy of the people. This man could not even hurt a mouse. I know. I have seen him try. Release this man at once.
What's this? Another heretic in our midst? Another mind clouded by the disruptor's lies? Another soul to cleanse? Well, we are nothing if not gracious. Let us see if we cannot lift the veil from their eyes too.
What are you doing with that, sir?
Please, no!
I see. Alright, so Volo is strapped up to a chair with some smoke powder barrels. Very not looking good for him. Let's start this fight with an arrow of many targets. Very nice. Because it sneak attacks all of them. Okay, hopefully finish this one off. Nice. Get Minx to just misty step over. Now, it could always be a bad thing to do because it's Minx and, you know, he is a wild magic sorcerer. I think we get Jaheira into the mix over here.
Can save you.
We're working on it, Volo. I actually once did this encounter where I got Volo off here and then he just sort of stood here and blew up. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, Minx, help him out. Alright, so we want Volo to have his turn so he has a chance to run away. So
let's do this.
Start damaging this guy, but we won't go for the kill just yet. Right, he got a little bit away, but maybe not like as far as I was hoping. Let's give him one more turn just to make sure.
Who breaks the hearts? Minsk breaks the bones.
Let's get going.
Had to watch the explosion, you know. Volo, how you doing?
I would have taken to my grave if you hadn't intervened. Come here a moment, will you?
Happy to help, mate.
Gods, I really thought I was done for. I suppose thanks are in order. Again, what's an heroic story without a little risking of one's neck, eh? And you know what they say, the bigger the story, the more people want to kill you for it. I'll tell you all about it, but not here. Too many eyes, ears, and weapons about. Meet me at your camp.
Okay. Before we head to the camp, we're gonna go visit this temple.
Oh, Wavemother, Queen of the Depths, hear me. Please carry Holly to her final rest in the deep wilds. Please. Sorry, are you here for Wave Servant Holly's funeral? Oh, it's already started. They're just inside.
Am I interrupting the funeral?
No. All are welcome to come and celebrate the life of the fallen Wave Servant. May the Wave Mother smile on you as she did Holly.
The Water Queen's house.
Just make sure it's sweet and deep.
Darktide is the Umberlant holy day celebrating the late summer neap tide with the sacrifice of a black hippocampus.
Supplications of Umberlee.
Floodtide is the Umberlant holy day celebrating the arrival of the winter storms with the sacrifice of a withered crone.
A withered crone, Jaheira. Maybe?
First Tide is the Umberlant holy day when the harbours first opened to spring sea trade, celebrated by sacrificing a great turtle. Second Tide is the Umberlant holy day when the timber harvest for shipbuilding is blessed by the sacrifice of a juvenile kraken.
I must say, listen to this song over here. Nice.
Rejoice, sisters, for Umberlee has blessed her humble daughter with a pure death. Her lips blue with her kiss, her lungs full of her quenching word. Umberlee's mercy saved her from a slow, sinking death in the beast's shadow. How dare this beast sully the safety of Grey Harbor? We will find its master and send him struggling into the bitch queen's embrace. Not a sweet sleep like Holly's, but a suffocating flood of fruitless garths and bursting flesh. You, supplicant, what tribute do you bring to honor the Wavemother's fallen daughter?
I must say, like, this lady's makeup is really amazing. I don't know if she's, like, scaly or if it's all makeup, but hey, if she did that makeup and it made her look like she was scaly, that's pretty sick. Can you do that in real life? I don't really wear makeup, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I can give you gold.
A fine offering. Always appreciated in the eyes of the Wavemother, your tribute is well received. Breathe deep as she permits.
Who is the deceased?
Holly, one of Umberlee's beloved wave servants. Blessed Umberlee saw fit to spare her an ignoble death. But her passing was not as the Wavemother intended. It was a beast who took her life. An unnatural one whose very existence is an affront to Umberlee. A wretched metal monstrosity hewn by hubris. A rusting pollutant that bleeds black blood into Umberlee's pristine waters.
How did Umberlee spear her an ignoble death?
The beast struck Holly while she was swimming in Grey Harbor. She was found by some fishermen. She would have suffered a terrible, agonizing death had Umberlee not bestowed upon her the mercy of drowning.
Doesn't seem like a mercy. Well, I've yet to meet a beast I couldn't slay. If you need a hunter, you've found one.
The Queen of the Depths is generous to those who serve her, and her favor is far less deadly than her wrath. Find the master of this poisonous beast and slay him. Then one of her most precious gifts shall be yours.
This precious gift isn't drowning, is it?
That privilege is not yours to earn.
Oh good. Where can I find the beast master?
We haven't found its lair as yet. Perhaps you can find where the beast takes its slumber and skewer it before it wakes.
I'll see what I can do.
Salt kiss your brow. We await your return and the Beastmaster's demise.
I can speak with Dead on Holly, but, you know, I don't think it's right for me to do that. It seems like it wouldn't be respectful. I could listen to these ladies sing all day, honestly. It's beautiful.
If they're right about the Swahagan, I may take up another line of work. Though nothing seems safe these days.
You hear these mooks trying to tell me about fishing? I've been fishing here all my life.
The others think I don't know shit, but I do. I do know shit.
Beat. Now there is a secret cave entrance here for the Bitch Queen's followers to go down into and do stuff, but if I go in there I might aggro them, and not really here to kill them all. Now let's head to camp and talk to Volo. Take another long rest.
It is splendid to see you again, my friend. If you hadn't saved me from that mob, I'd be penning a guide to the afterlife based on first-hand experience.
That might be useful.
Perhaps you would hazard a guess as to why the mob turned on me?
Well, did you speak out against the cult of the Absolute?
It is not the eyes that I fear. It is the intelligence behind them. The Absolute is merely the outward form of something far more insidious. The Lord of Murder has returned. As he did 100 years ago, Baal has set his accursed sights on Baldur's Gate. And his temple runs red with the blood of the innocent. Oren is his chosen. And like Sarevok before her, she is able to take on the savage form of the Slayer. If the Slayer is not stopped, it will slaughter every living thing in this city. As one of those things, I'm particularly eager to stop it. And there is a way. I have a study of the beast, penned by the wizard Irenicus himself. It contains all the knowledge needed to slay the Slayer. Now I just need a brave adventurer, willing to face Baal's chosen, and to put the knowledge into practice.
Who could that be? I guess I will.
Wonderful! I can scarcely think of anyone more suitable. It will serve you well. A study of the Slayer, penned by John Irenicus. It's one of a kind, so do try to keep it away from the inevitable bloodbath.
What is the Slayer?
The Dream Eater. It is said the children of Baal are claimed throughout their sleep, ever disturbed by visions of a life of bloodshed and terror. Once they have seen too much, once these dreams drive their minds to break, they are beset by the Slayer. It is a beast of unspeakable violence that consumes all in its path, including the soul of the one who is host to it.
What about Irenicus? Can you tell me more about him?
A genius. Exiled from his home in the elven paradise of Soldanessala, when he attempted to seize the power of life itself, he instead turned his magnificent mind to murder on a grand scale. That is how he came to crave the power of the Baalspawn. He saw them not as living things, but as tools for his own machinations. In the end, though Irenicus took the form of the Slayer for himself, it was a Baalspawn who thwarted him, the same that saved Baldur's Gate.
Well, I've already slain Miracle's Chosen, so I think I can handle this.
I am a living witness to Baal's defeat those 100 years ago. So I know your battle against him is not futile. He can be stopped, but not all of those who stood against him survived. And those who did were never the same again. I wish you luck, my friend. And I hope that when I see you again, you'll be in one piece. 2 or 3 at most.
Thanks, Volo. Regarding the Slayer. Big one. But it is useful, because it gives us a permanent buff. Slayer knowledge. Gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened by a Baalspawn Slayer. Because we have to fight Orin in the future. Let's go chat with the companions and see if they have anything to say from today's episode, and then we'll wrap it up.
A natural impulse to try and shield one's loved ones from danger. Especially when you feel a moral compunction to run headfirst towards it. I suspect any child of Jaheira's will share her self-destructive sense of justice. But at least her words give them pause for thought.
It is true, Gale.
You know, I never dreamed our noble Jaheira would be such a terrible, terrible mother. It's nice to see heroes are as awful as the rest of us,
Don't let her hear you say that. You know, I got to Karlach and I was just thinking, maybe I should have taken Karlach as well, since she's such a fangirl. What do you think of your hero Jaheira's house?
I don't know what I was expecting. Something beyond real. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life.
Right.
Githyanki. The word means quite literally Gith's children. But I have never known family the way Jaheira knows it. My so-called cousins are simply spawn hatched from the same clutch. I will never know who laid the egg I hatched from. And until I met Jaheira's family, I never thought to wonder. Well, enough brooding.
Jaheira would do anything to see her family safe. They're lucky to have her. And she's lucky to have them.
And that will bring this episode to an end. Pretty chill episode. Got to meet Jaheira's children. And in the next episode, we will start progressing towards the finale. Now, we're still probably 10, maybe more episodes off. From here on, we won't have any nice relaxing breaks to meet people's family. We're going to be going full force towards the end. So in the next episode, and probably at least 1 or 2 more after that, we'll be dealing with the Gortash saga of what's to come. So we're going to head to the Steelwatch Foundry in the next one, and possibly the location after that. Thanks for joining me in this episode. Hope you have a great day or night, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this video. And I'll see you in the next one.